Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon, Miss Kim.
Sorry, teacher, today my background so ugly.
Oh, yeah, because you're sitting outside again.
Yeah,
Why is that?
yeah.
I'm just
Because
asking.
inside my husband too at home. He hasn't go out.
He hasn't gone out, so you could not
Uh,
study inside. Okay, I see. Right. So does he not go to work today?
he was surprised. Okay. uh, no, he later he will go to the a meeting.
Oh, he will go to a meeting. Okay, right. I'm so sad today, Miss Kim.
What happened?
Yeah, like I told you, my Zoom account has a problem, so I have to replace my old account with another one. This is the third one. This is the third Zoom account I have.
Yeah.
The first one I have been using for the longest time, and like about about a month ago, the Zoom developers decided to disable my account. Like they they
Why?
they locked my account. I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't understand why they blocked my account. So I
Oh,
used the second account, and yeah, they blocked me again. And I was
oh,
starting to think, wait, is it because that I am teaching using Zoom account and upload the videos on YouTube that they find out that I illegally purchased the pro version of Zoom. Right. So like this. So I have a class that includes more than 5 students, right? So if you don't know, right, normal account from Zoom can only have how to say it, no limit in meeting time with 2 people at a time. So for example, for me and Miss Kim, we can call each other for like all day, is okay. But
oh,
if there are 3 people in a meeting room in Zoom, the
mhm.
time limit is 40 minutes.
Oh, I
Uh,
see.
yeah, that is for the basic account. So I have to upgrade my account into pro version if I want to have a meeting with more than 3 people.
Ah,
Right. So I have a
yeah, you say you buy the Power Pro Zoom.
yes,
Oh,
that's right. I bought the pro version of Zoom, but the
ah,
problem is if I want to buy the pro version legally meaning following the law, perfect.
mhm.
Right. If I want to buy the pro version legally, I have to pay in US dollar, and I have to pay
Oh,
well with Visa, and I don't have that.
oh, I
See,
see.
I don't have any Visa. I don't have any black card, credit card. I just have my ATM card, and they cannot pay in US dollar. So I have to contact a third party source, một cái bên trung gian, tức là người ta liên kết với cái nhóm Zoom chính, sau đó là người ta bán lại một số cái tài khoản account của Zoom. Right. So maybe because I was how do I say, maybe because I was um how do I say, maybe because I was too innocent. Yeah, too innocent. I asked them to help me activate the pro version of Zoom, but because they're the third party, meaning that they're doing this illegally, maybe Zoom found out that I have been using illegal sites, so they blocked my account twice.
Ah, but they will tell you did they tell you when they will open your account again?
No, like I have already asked the technician.
Well,
I already asked the technician. They said that no, my account will never be reopened again.
what
See,
the time you bought for how much for the account?
300,000 Vietnam dong. 300,000 Vietnam dong. Around
First
six.
time you have to pay money and you lost your account.
Right. So like this, because then the third party is from Vietnam, so he's very easygoing. He says that, okay, I will activate another account of yours. Just give me the email and I will activate it for free. So I bought, so I only have to pay 300,000 Vietnam dong for 3 months. If anything, if there's any problem, I just need to come up to that technician and he will fix it for me. Quite easy like that.
Yeah.
But I'm still very uncomfortable because I have to tell my students I change my account every now and then.
Oh, mean every new class you will have the new account.
Like if my account has been blocked, so I have to send my new account just like I did to you, right? And I have a lot of classes, so like sometimes I have to, oh hey, my account just got blocked, please use the new link. And if that happens too often, it will be very inconvenient for them because some of them don't really read the messages, some of them just only remember the old link.
I see.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why, but in my yoga class, when I learn yoga by Zoom, every time they give me the new account.
No, it's not an account, it's like a new meeting link. They don't,
Number.
yeah, they don't use the personal ID, meaning that if you use a personal ID, that will be like your hotel room, like every time you go there, it's there. Yeah, every time you use it is there. But if you don't use a personal meeting ID, it will have a different number every time. Right, so now my personal meeting ID is 276, something like that. I just send you in Zalo, so that is my new personal meeting ID. I prefer my last one, but because I remember the number, but now I have to get used to it. It's a sad story. Right. Yeah, I had to skip my nap just for this.
Yeah, you look tired.
Of course,
so
tired. These days I haven't been sleeping enough. I don't know why, but I cannot sleep normally. I feel very tired, but when I close my eyes, I just roll around on the bed and then I stay awake for like nearly an hour until I can finally sleep. Right. I don't know why. It's very difficult for me to sleep like a normal person. I have to wait until my body is super tired so that I can sleep.
Because your body is tired, but your brain is working very hard. My husband too. He sleep very late, like 2-3 a.m. and then 6-7 a.m. he wake up and he say he cannot sleep. But I think he think too much. The whole day he has many things to settle, to think of. So when he sleep, he also cannot sleep very well.
Oh, so that is why. But when your husband wakes up in the morning, does he feel tired or does he feel very refreshed?
I don't know. He feel refreshed, I think.
Okay, because that is good. If you sleep late, but when you get up early, you still feel fine, you still feel healthy, you feel refreshed. That is good for you, but not for me. When I wake up early after a night staying up late, I will feel super tired and I get very grumpy. If anybody touch me, I can bite them. See, that's me every morning if I cannot sleep the day before. Right. So now we move on to lesson 4 of the new curriculum. So the first 3 units we learn about how to make a schedule for a meeting, right? Right. So now like let's pretend that we have already confirmed on a meeting day and now we will start the meeting, right? Rồi, cái thứ tự của cái giáo trình office này nó đi theo cả một cái trình tự của cái cách lên một cuộc họp, bắt đầu một cuộc họp, có những cái gì đó xảy ra trong cuộc họp, mình xử lý tình huống như thế nào, rồi sau đó là kết thúc cuộc họp. Nó sẽ đi theo trình tự như vậy thì mình sẽ học được khá là nhiều thứ. Right, so now we begin our meeting by saying hello, making introductions and starting a meeting. Right, so in every meeting we also need a lot of greetings and a lot of introduction before we're actually starting the meeting. Right. Okay. Now let's move on to the vocabulary, and after that we will study the small talks inside a meeting. Right. Introduction and small talk will be the main the main objective of today. Right. So we have some vocabulary here. The first one, participant.
Participant.
That's right. Can you read faster? Participant.
Participant.
A participant. Participant.
Participant.
That's right. So what do you understand about the word participant?
A person who is taking part in the activity of people.
For example, I am the host of this class and Miss Kim is the participant.
Mean just the person who joined the meeting.
Yeah, the person who joins the meeting or who joins in any kind of event, right? So yeah, that's right. Participant, người tham dự, right? You join in the meeting, you join in an event, you are called a participant. Participant is it's quite formal for a word. It's quite formal, right? Remember, participant, người tham dự.
Participant. Participant.
Participant. Right. Okay. So we have the second word, dominate. Can you say it? Dominate.
Dominate.
That's right. Dominate. So when you see the word dominate, what do you think? Have you ever seen this word before?
I think so, but I don't understand. I should try to
Okay.
a lot.
So for example, I am the host of this meeting and Miss Kim is a participant, right? So I will dominate this per meeting, meaning that I have so many controls over this meeting, right? I have so many controls over this meeting. I can share the screen. I will introduce the lesson. I will let you know all the knowledge. I will ask you to answer. That is, I am dominating this meeting.
Dominate means trình bày no.
No, it's not trình bày. It's like I have a lot of power. I have a lot of responsibility. I have a lot of power in this meeting. Right. So can you think of a Vietnamese translation? Rồi, dominate đây là giống kiểu như là thống trị hoặc là lấn át, right? Thống trị hoặc là lấn át. To control or to have a lot of influence over somebody something. Là điều khiển, nắm quyền điều hành hay là có rất nhiều cái sự ảnh hưởng đối với người gì hay vật gì đó. Like I said, I have a lot of control over this meeting because I am the host, right? I am the host, you're the participant. I have a lot of control over this meeting and I will lead the meeting most of the time because I am the host. So that means I am dominating this meeting. Giống như em đang có cái sự lấn át rất là lớn đối với cái cuộc họp này. Rồi, gọi như là họ là lấn át trội hơn, nó trội hơn, đại loại như vậy. Lấn át trội hơn. Right. Can you say this word again? Dominate.
Dominate.
That's right, dominate.
Dominate.
Right. So dominate is not only used in meetings alone. It can be used to describe the relationship between two people. For example, between you and your husband, who is more dominant? Right? Who is the dominant one? Okay.
I can say that I am the dominant.
Okay, so sorry, dominate is the verb, right? So we have dominant. Dominant is the adjective. So who is more dominant, you or your husband? Of course, it's you, right? You're more dominant. Rồi ai sẽ là người kiểu như là dẫn dắt, kiểu như là người dẫn dắt trong cái mối quan hệ này? Đó, đúng không ạ? Dominant. So remember, dominant or dominant people have more control over something, have more control, have more influence over something. So in a meeting, the one who starts the meeting will be the dominant one, or he or she is dominating this meeting.
Yeah.
Right now, you understand the word dominate?
Yeah. So
Good.
I can say that I am the dominant in our marriage.
That's right, you're the dominant one in your relationship. Right, là một người có như là có sự dẫn, tức là đang là người dẫn dắt trong cái mối quan hệ này, hoặc là mình có thể dịch theo nghĩa nó bớt thô hơn là người nắm thế chủ động ấy. Right, you're the dominant one in this relationship. Sometimes when I explain the word dominant in to my student, I will use this circle. Right, I will use this circle. So the red part is obviously smaller than the white part, right? Right. So in this circle, the white part is the dominant part. Right. So this is how I will explain the word dominant to my students.
I also want to write that.
Right. I'm just describing. So in this circle, the white part is the dominant part. Right. Okay. Very good. Right. The third word, interrupt. Can you say interrupt? Third stress.
Interrupt.
That's right. Interrupt.
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 That's right. Interrupt. So for example, when the host or when I am saying something, you cut in line my speech, right? So that means you're interrupting my speech, right? For example, I am describing the plan for the project. Someone raises their hand and I was interrupted. I was speaking, but I saw their hands and I was like, oh, what would you like to say, sir? I invited them, so my presentation was interrupted. Right, interrupted này có nghĩa là it's a cut in line.
I don't know how to say in Vietnamese.
Chen để gián đoạn chính xác, hoặc là chen ngang. That's right, gián đoạn chen ngang. Gián đoạn thì nghe sẽ hay hơn, còn cái chen ngang thì là nghe kiểu nó hơi chậm búa một chút xíu. Right, so we have the three words on the screen. Can you pronounce them? The first one.
Participant.
That's right, participant. Very good. Second one.
Dominate.
Dominate. Very good. Không, not net nha chị Nhân, là a dominate.
Dominate.
That's right, dominate. And the third word is
interrupt.
Interrupt. Very good. Interrupt làm gián đoạn hoặc là chen ngang. Right. Okay. We continue with some of the words right here. Right. Kick off is very familiar, right? Kick off is like the start of something. Kick off is the start of something. So in this part right here, they are using the football situation. Kick off tức là nó, tức là em không biết phải giải thích sao ta. Tức là trong bộ môn bóng đá thì kiểu như là cái quả banh đầu tiên là sẽ được đá đi, đúng không? Vậy thì lúc mà cái quả banh, cái giây phút đó quả banh được đá đi, ngay đầu tiên trận đấu thì lúc đó là lúc bắt đầu tính giờ. Right, so that is kick off. So they use the word kick off in other situations, like in a meeting, right? So you say that, oh, let's begin with the let's begin with the kick off. Rồi mình sẽ bắt đầu bằng cái phần giới thiệu, phần khởi đầu ha. Right, so this is not very important. You just remember it. Rồi.
Antagonistic.
Right, can you hear the pronunciation?
Yep.
One more time.
Antagonistic.
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 Right, antagonistic. One more time, faster.
Antagonistic.
Right, antagonistic. Very good. Right, so antagonistic is the characteristic of a person, right, or a characteristic of an action. For example, if you want to agree with someone's opinion, right, there will be other people who are antagonistic, meaning that they disagree with your opinion. Right, you have an opinion, they disagree with you, they are being antagonistic, đối lập hoặc là kiểu đối nghịch, rồi đối lập, đối nghịch. Antagonistic. Can you say that again?
Antagonistic.
Okay. Now, antagonistic is also used in other situations, like in movies, when they're describing the bad people of the film, right? The bad people of the film, they will use the word antagonistic, meaning they are very bad people. They fight against the good people, right?
So
Next.
I can say that the character A is the good one, and the character B is the antagonistic one.
That's right. The character B is an antagonistic one. It's an, not an. Okay, antagonistic one.
And
Right. You can use the noun form of this word to call that person. Antagonist. Antagonist. This is a noun, like someone who is like the villain, or who does bad things in a movie that affects the main character. Right. Antagonist, someone who does bad things in the movie that affects the main character. Right. So for example, if you know, let's see what movie did I watch? Oh, did you watch Avengers?
Adventure, I think yes. I just don't remember the story.
You just don't remember. Sorry. Okay, so did you watch Avenger Endgame, and you saw that Thanos is the purple giant guy, right? The purple
Yep.
giant guy. So many people say that Thanos is the antagonist of Avengers, right? You can say he is antagonistic to describe his personality characteristic, or you say that he is an antagonist to call him. Right, two ways. Antagonistic mô tả tính cách, tính chất, hoặc là antagonist gọi thẳng tên luôn, đó là phe phản diện. Right. Okay, we're learning the words in a meeting situation, in a meeting context, but now we change it to movies. Right.
Teacher.
Yeah.
Give me a moment. I
Okay.
want to write it again. He is an antagonistic.
He is an antagonistic person. If you want to use the word antagonistic, đuôi tịch các chị, thì mình phải thêm một cái danh từ đằng sau, right?
Oh.
If it is antagonistic, add a noun, add a noun after that. But if you only go with antagonist, right, you're using that as a noun to call someone, so you don't need a noun anymore. Antagonist is also a noun. Antagonistic is an adjective.
Can you say that I can use this one to describe the character? So I will use the first one, right?
Right, that's right.
Person.
That's why he's an antagonistic person. Right, very good.
Okay,
antagonistic person, right? Good. Next, chairperson, the third word right here on the screen, chairperson.
Chairperson.
Right, so chairperson, you can say chairman for a male or chairwoman for female, right? Both, not both, like all of the three words mean the same, right? Chairperson, chairman, chairwoman mean the same. It's just that depends on the gender, or that you need to choose the correct word. If the chairperson is a male, call him a chairman, right? If the chairperson is a woman, call her chairwoman, là chủ tịch.
Teacher, what difference between chairperson and CEO?
Chairperson and CEO. I think that CEO is like the biggest boss of a company, right? The biggest boss of a company.
It's not the biggest.
Yes.
It's isn't a biggest.
I don't I don't actually work in a.
Sorry, I asked the
No,
question.
It's a nice question, but actually I don't work in the company, so I don't know what exactly is the difference. But let's see, versus CEO. Okay, you have so many words like president, CEO, chairman, right? President là chủ tịch tập đoàn, còn chairman là chủ tịch hội đồng quản trị.
Okay.
Okay, so I think how to say, behind any big company there will be a hội đồng quản trị, right? Like there will be a hội đồng quản trị, board of directors, hội đồng quản trị. So the person who is in the highest position in the board of directors, hội đồng quản trị, is called a chairperson.
Okay.
Right, and the CEO is like a separate position from the board of directors, right? He works mostly with directly with the staff inside the company, but the board of directors don't work directly with the staff of the company.
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay, so I will read the definition again. Okay. The chairman of a company is the head of its board of directors. Đúng rồi, chủ tịch hội đồng quản trị. Chairman work outside of the daily operations of the company. Right, work outside the daily operation of a company. For example, if your company is a sales service company, một cái công ty chuyên về dịch vụ sale, thì cái người làm chủ tịch hội đồng quản trị sẽ không có trực tiếp quản lý những cái hoạt động của cái công ty đó, và thay vào đó người trực tiếp quản lý hoạt động là CEO, Chief Executive, right? Chief Executive Officer. That's right.
I see. I got it. Thank you, teacher.
Right. No, that was a good question because I actually don't really care about the position inside a company until now. Right. So I need to learn something in order to address them carefully. Right. So imagine if in the future I have to work with a CEO or a chairman or a president of a company, I have to be very careful with that. Right. Next, confidently. Okay, this is easy, right? Confidently is the adverb form of the adjective confident. Một cách tự tin, right? Okay, so can you read the word phe đối lập, cũng như là có chiều hướng đối lập, được không nhỉ? You forgot?
Antagonistic.
Antagonistic.
Antagonistic. Right, remember here, Miss Kim, we had the antagonistic. That's right. You're seeing that there are two A's right here. Có hai âm A ở trong đây, một âm ơ và hai âm y, cho nên là đọc khá giống nhau. Antagonistic.
Antagonistic.
That's right. Faster. Antagonistic.
Antagonistic.
Okay, that's good, right? All the other words you just need to know, especially the kick off. The kick off you just need to know by looking. Mình nhìn sơ qua là được rồi. Còn cái chữ antagonistic thì mình có thể áp dụng được trong cái cuộc sống hàng ngày nhiều hơn thì mình nhớ. That's right. Right, so we learned some vocabulary about today's topic. Right, so then we move on to the next content. It's about small talk. Small talk thì ở trong cái giáo trình cũ là mình đã học về small talk rồi, đúng không chị nhỉ? Small talk là những cái cuộc nói chuyện nhỏ hay là những cái cuộc giao lưu nhỏ nhỏ để mình tạo nên bắt đầu một mối quan hệ với ai đó, right?
Yeah.
Right. Small talk is used to break the ice, right? Break the ice. Break the ice meaning to get out of the awkward situation. For example, Miss Kim and I meet each other for the first time. If we don't do anything to break the ice, right, we will be silent for the whole meeting, right? So break the ice is to start a conversation that stops the awkwardness. Rồi, mà bắt đầu bằng một cái cuộc trò chuyện để giải thoát cả hai bên khỏi cái sự ngượng ngùng, sự khó hiểu ngay từ đầu. Đó. Right.
Teacher, please give me 1 minute. Can you give me 1 minute?
Okay.
Thank you, teacher. I think it's get the Okay, I'm good, teacher. Sorry, teacher.
No,
I
it's
think
okay.
God doesn't want my husband exercise. So anytime he say he want to walk to somewhere, then the heavy rain come.
Oh
And
wait,
then
it's raining right now.
yeah, it's raining.
Oh my God. All right. So does he walk to his company?
He walked to the place for the meeting.
Oh, he walks to the place for the meeting. Oh, and wow, it rains.
Bye-bye.
Does it happen often? Like whenever your husband wants to walk or like yeah, walk on his own and the weather gets bad?
No, I say because this is the raining season. Rainy
Oh,
season.
rainy
So
season in Singapore. Okay. Right. The rainy season is already over in Vietnam and I have been wanting to see some rain for the couple of days, but no, not rain. No, and not any
yeah,
rain.
but it's cold. I mean, it's polling in Vietnam now.
I don't think so. I think this year Lunar New Year will be very warm. I don't feel any cold. I mean, I don't feel any coldness. I don't feel any cold weather
Oh,
coming. Right. Uh around December it was very cold, but now since January is coming, I don't feel it. I don't actually feel it. Right.
yeah.
Okay, so we go back to small talk. Small talk, những cuộc nói chuyện nhỏ, cuộc giao lưu nhỏ. Right. So do you think that we should only focus on one or two topics when we begin a small talk?
Focus on.
One or two topics when we begin our small talks?
I don't understand what.
Rồi, ví dụ như là những cái cuộc giao lưu nhỏ đúng không ạ? Là những người mới gặp nhau lần đầu mà mình muốn nói chuyện với họ thì mình chỉ nên nói về một hay là hai chủ đề thôi thì có đúng hay không ạ?
Teacher, I'm so sorry, teacher.
It's okay.
Okay, teacher.
Right, what
So
happened? Okay, it's okay. Right. Hồi nãy em đang nói về cái mà việc giao lưu ấy, mà kiểu như làm hai người mới gặp nhau lần đầu sau đó là muốn nói chuyện với nhau thì mình chỉ tập trung vào một đến hai chủ đề thôi thì có đúng không ạ? Chắc chắn là không đúng rồi, that's right.
Why tại sao không đúng?
Tại vì nếu như mà bây giờ mà mình chỉ nói đến một hoặc hai chủ đề mà lỡ như một trong hai chủ đề đó các người bên cạnh người ta không có thích nói về chủ đề đó thì sao? Thì các cuộc hội thoại của mình nó tự dưng nó đi vào ngõ cụt đúng không? Là hai bên không nói chuyện với nhau được nữa. Đó là do tại sao mà ở đây mà người ta đã dặn mình phải làm như sau, đó là prepare topics that you would like to talk about. Hãy chuẩn bị những cái chủ đề mà mình muốn nói chuyện về, kể cả nếu là mình có là người chủ động bắt chuyện hay là người được người khác bắt chuyện, right? Ví dụ như bây giờ là em muốn nói chuyện với chị Kim thì em có thể bảo là hey, do you like the party tonight? Do you like the meeting? Đúng không? Bây giờ mình đang sau khi cuộc họp kết thúc muốn nói chuyện với chị Kim thì em bảo là oh, do you like the meeting? And what would you say?
Yes, I like.
Yes, like em có thể nói là do you have time? Would you like to go to some coffee together? Would you like to drink some coffee together? Or would you like to drink some tea?
I think tea is good.
Tea is good. Also, you like tea, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. So what kind of tea do you like? See, that is I'm trying to move on to the small talk. Right. I'm trying to move.
Yeah.
Right. So if I just talk about coffee only, so we won't have so much things to talk, so many things to talk about. So I have to figure out what you like, right? So that I can keep talking about it if I want to talk to you more. But everything needs a limit, right? Everything needs a limit. Cái gì nó cũng có cần có chừng mực của nó. If I keep talking and you don't like it, the relationship is going to be very bad.
Yeah.
Right. So just prepare topics that you would like to talk about, some normal topics like food or like music or like hobby, something like that. Right. If you cannot talk about one topic, move to another and then move to another. Right. Right. Making small talk is just not about talking. It's also about listening, and the more actively the better, right? Rồi, tức là khi mà có một cái người mà nó bắt đầu bắt chuyện với mình, đúng không nhỉ? Có một người bắt chuyện với mình thì nếu như mà mình chỉ nói vào những cái cụm ví dụ là yeah hoặc là yes I do, no I don't thì nghe nó có vẻ hơi nhàm chán, đúng không ạ? Thì mình phải làm cho cái cuộc hội thoại nó sôi động lên bằng những cái cụm đơn giản như oh really, oh that's nice, that's absolutely fascinating, I see, or interesting. Right, some phrases that are very common. I think you already know all about these, right?
I don't know what is that. Absolutely fascinating.
Fascinating is another way to say the word interesting, right? But fascinating sounds more, how do you say, sang chảnh, sounds more sang chảnh in a way like that, right? Fascinating là một cách là rất là thú vị, nhưng mà theo cái hướng là nó nghe nó sang hơn chữ interesting, tại interesting xài nhiều quá mà không ai xài fascinating hết. Well, cái gì càng hiếm xài thì nghe nó càng hay. Right. Right, so I see that in our conversation, Miss Kim has already used these words very often, right? Very often, except the word fascinating. Now you know more words. You should use them to answer or like to respond to people's speech. Right, so when they try to talk to you, be more actively in responding, or else the conversation is going to the dead end. Không thôi, cái câu chuyện sẽ đi vào ngõ cụt. Okay, that's all about small talk. Right, read the list of statements about chairperson role and decide whether you agree or disagree. And you will discuss your options with me. Right, the role of a chairperson, nhiệm vụ của một người làm chức vụ chủ tịch hội đồng quản trị. What is it? Finish the meeting on time, even if a decision hasn't been reached. Liệu một cái người chủ tịch này có nên kết thúc cuộc họp đúng giờ và mặc kệ cho cái việc quyết định vẫn chưa được đưa ra ngay cuối cuộc họp hay không? Nên kết thúc cuộc họp đúng giờ, kệ cho cái quyết định chưa được đưa ra.
No.
Right, so you choose this, so you disagree with this statement, right? So why is that? What do you think? We should not end the meeting early or on time.
Because a meeting is something so sorry. Teacher is ready. Meeting is something for everyone find out the situation or something. So
Find out the solution for a situation, right?
Solution for situation.
Right.
So
if we don't have any decision before the meeting end, it's going to be like we have to meet another time, right? We have to plan another meeting, and it is very time consuming, right? Okay, so can you say that again? Because a meeting is to find out a solution for a situation. So if we cannot find a decision before the meeting ends, we have to schedule another meeting with everyone. Can you say that?
Because the meeting is to find out the solution for situation. So if we cannot find decision before the meeting ends, so we have to reschedule the other meeting.
That's right, you have to schedule another meeting, not reschedule. Reschedule là lên lịch lại, tức là cái như lịch này bị hủy thì mình reschedule. Còn thì mình xài chữ schedule another meeting. That's right. Good, now you remember.
Teacher, I'm not a homeless girl outside the balcony. I'm so sorry, teacher.
It's
I know that's very messy.
You know what, Miss Kim? Even if you look messy, you still look how to say? you're still more good looking than I am right now, because I'm inside my house and I dress very casually. I dress very casually. So yeah, even if you say that you look messy, I think that you still look nicer than I do right now.
Thank you, teacher.
Don't worry, don't worry. Right. Next. So, should the chairman encourage everyone to contribute to the discussion, even if some participants don't want to?
I agree.
Right, you agree with this statement, right? You agree with this
Yeah,
statement.
I
This
agree.
is very easy to understand. Right. I would like to hear your explanation, because if you just say you agree or disagree, it will be a very boring lesson. I want to listen to you talk more.
Oh,
Right. Try to express your explanation. Mình thử cố gắng mình diễn đạt cái lời giải thích của mình nha chị nha. Đây cũng là một cách học. Cố gắng lên. Right. So why do you agree that the chairman should encourage everyone to contribute to the discussion?
because because the company needs everyone's idea. So
Everyone should contribute, right? Everyone should contribute.
everyone should contribute.
Right. So they should contribute even the smallest idea, right?
Oh, wow, you understand me so well, teacher.
Right. Because this is also the kind of answer that I am looking for, like that I am trying to express inside my head too. I have the same answer. So they should contribute even the smallest idea.
Oh,
Right. Because the company needs everyone's idea, so they should contribute even the smallest idea. So this is the kind of basic answer. It will be better if you try to upgrade your answer, like there will be a possibility that a solution will come from a small idea, right? So it is, yeah, there will be a possibility that a solution will come from a small idea. Có một cái khả năng có thể xảy ra là giải pháp sẽ được định đạt từ một cái ý tưởng nhỏ, đúng không ạ? Right.
Yep.
So everyone should contribute to the meeting. Something like that. Okay, but your answer is okay. Your answer is already okay. Right. Okay, so I will send it into the chat. So if, right, okay. Right. So the third idea, the chairman should let most confident people dominate the meeting because they probably have the best ideas.
Yeah, yes, I agree.
Oh, you agree with this, right? I actually don't agree with this.
Okay.
I actually don't agree with this.
Why, teacher?
Because I am already teaching a class of 8 students. So I have some students who are very dominant, meaning every time I ask, they raise their hands, right? Every time I ask, they raise their hand. But I also tell them that, okay, you have already answered so many questions from up to now. So I want to give the chance to the other participants in this class. I give the chance to the other the students, and I see that they have the same answer. They know the answer. It's just that they don't want to participate.
Oh,
Right. Right. And sometimes even the most confident students cannot find the answer that I want. Right. So I always ask that, does anyone want to raise their hand? If you don't want to raise your hand, I will call your name. Right. So they have to focus on to the lesson all the time, and I can actually hear, I can actually know if they are if they follow the lesson or not. Just like in a meeting, if you call someone's name, like suddenly you will know that if they are following the meeting or not.
Yes.
Right, but this is quite correct, like quite correct in my opinion. So if you say you agree with this, I don't think it's a problem. Right. Should the chairman follow the agenda and not allow the discussion to go in different directions? Agenda is like a schedule, a timetable. For example, you start the meeting at 2, right? You end the meeting at 4. So between 2 and 4, there are many smaller sections that are written on the agenda. Right. Start the meeting at 2. Right. Discuss the idea until 3, right? Discuss the idea until 3. Right. So asking for opinions until 4, and before 4 p.m. you have to give out the solution.
Okay.
Agenda là cái lịch trình. Lịch trình dành cho một cái cuộc họp hay là một sự kiện. Không
Can
phải
I
là
call it the agenda for a tour?
For a tour, yeah, let's see. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. If they give you the paper that includes all the activities on it, so you can call it an agenda.
Yeah. Okay. I got it. So follow agenda and not allow the discussion to go in different directions. I agree.
Oh, you agree, right? This is very easy, right? Right, you should follow the agenda and not allow the discussion to go to different direction. Cứ đi theo cái lịch trình, đừng có để cái cuộc họp mà nó bị rẽ sang nhiều hướng khác hay là nó bị lạc đề. Lúc nào cũng phải đi theo cái nội dung của cuộc họp. Right. Right. Stop participants from interrupting each other. Should the chairman do this? Should the chairman do this?
From someone this.
Right. For example,
interrupt someone else.
Yeah, that's right. Should the chairman stop that?
I think yes.
Right, you agree with this, because if you don't stop, and the worst situation can happen. That is, it will turn into an argument, right? It will turn into a fight, right? So it is very dangerous. You should be careful, right? Should the chairman allow an antagonistic atmosphere to develop because it makes participants think more clearly and creatively? Antagonistic là kiểu như là đối lập, tức là liệu cái người chủ tịch mà kiểu như là chủ trì cuộc họp này có nên để cho cái bầu không khí mà có nhiều suy nghĩ đối lập nó phát triển hay không? Bởi vì cái bầu không khí đối lập này sẽ khiến cho những người tham gia cuộc họp kiểu như là động não, tích cực hơn và có nhiều ý tưởng sáng tạo hơn.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, you agree, right? There's no explanation for this because they already explained it, right? Đúng không?
Yeah.
Tức là một cái cuộc họp mà như vậy thì nó sẽ kích thích cái tư duy phản biện của tất cả mọi người, kiểu như bây giờ mình nói như vậy, anh E bảo không đồng ý, thì mình muốn đòi hỏi là anh E phải giải thích coi là tại sao anh không đồng ý, rồi sau đó mình sẽ bắt đầu giải thích cái lý do tại sao mình lại đưa ra ý kiến như vậy, chẳng hạn như vậy. Là lúc này nó bắt cái não của mình hoạt động cực kỳ mạnh. Right. Okay, so I don't think we have enough time for this. I don't think we have enough time for this.
I can read myself.
Right, you can read yourself, right? So from this point on, there are just some kind of exercises. They're just kind of exercises. Từ cái đoạn này trở đi thì toàn là phần bài tập không mà. Right, phần bài tập toàn là phần bài tập nghe thôi. Right, so at home you can try to listen to this at home, okay?
Yep.
Right. Okay. Right, so this is a small pattern on how should you introduce yourself and make small talk. Right, so when you want to start a relationship or you want to talk with someone for the first time, try to introduce yourself and make small talk like this. Right, say hello and introduce yourself. That will be me. Hello, my name is hello, my name is Catherine. Nice to meet you. And then the other person will say,
hello, my name is Kim.
nice to meet you too. That's right, nice to meet you too. Something like that. Right. Ask about B's journey to the meeting. Right. So it's a way of small talk. Đây là một cái cách để thực hiện một cuộc giao lưu nhỏ, là một cái small talk nhỏ. Rồi. Right. Are you tired from the meeting? How did you get here? Are you tired from the meeting? How did you get here?
It's not really tired. I'm not really tired for the meeting. I came here by taxi.
Oh, you came here by taxi. Very good. Right. So
where do you stay? Which hotel do you stay?
That's right. Which hotel do you stay? Well, I'm staying in a small hotel near here. It's just 5 minutes of walk. It's just 5 minutes of walk. Is this the first time you attend the meeting in the head office?
Yes. Is he?
Right.
How long have you worked for this company?
I have been working here for 3 years. So then this year will be my 4th year, and I'm planning to stay here for much longer. I'm planning to stay here for much longer. Right. So you can start a conversation with just that. Rồi, bởi vì ở đây là mình đang lấy cái bối cảnh là trong cái kiểu như là sau khi kết thúc cái cuộc họp, sau khi kết thúc cái cuộc họp thì mình mới có những cái chủ đề để nói liên quan đến cuộc họp, đúng không ạ? Rồi, đây chỉ là một cái sơ đồ nhỏ thôi, mình có thể tiếp tục cho đến khi nào mà cái cuộc hội thoại đã không còn gì để nói nữa. Tức là từ đây là em mới bắt đầu mở dần dần ra để nói về những chủ đề khác nhau. Ví dụ như chị hỏi là em đã làm việc bao lâu trong công ty rồi, em bảo là em làm được 3 năm, em muốn ở đây lâu hơn nữa, đúng không? Rồi em có thể hỏi chị là hiện tại chị đang làm ở bộ phận nào, hay chị có thể trả lời chị hỏi em cái nhiều cái khác. Đây là nói về chủ đề công ty, chỗ làm thôi, mình có thể từ từ mở rộng ra nhiều chủ đề khác. Ví dụ như em có thể hỏi là right, tại vì lúc đó chị nói là chị đi taxi đến, đúng không? Thì em bắt được cái chi tiết là chị đi taxi đến thì em có hỏi là do you have your own car, nghĩa là mình có xe hơi riêng để đi lại không? Do you go to work by your car or something else? Because today you said you go by taxi, something like that. Rồi small talk, cái quan trọng của small talk là nói để tạo nên cái bầu không khí thoải mái, và nếu như mà mình cảm thấy là ai đó đang hỏi mình quá nhiều thì mình có thể xin phép họ mình đi về trước. Right. Okay, so by the end of this exercise, you will need to practice making introduction and small talk. I know that Miss Kim is kind of introverted towards the people you meet for the first time, right? Like if someone suddenly asks you like, "Oh, how are you today?" and you will feel a little bit shy when answering that question, right?
Yeah.
Try to open up more. Try to open up more if you want to make connection and make more great relationships in the future. Right? Don't be shy.
Thank you, teacher.
Right. Start by making small talk. You don't have to wait for them to talk to you first. You can start it by yourself. Right? Okay. In Unit 3, please do the exercise in Unit 3. Right? Mình có thể làm bài tập trong cái phần Unit 3 và ngày bữa sau mình sẽ this is Unit 4. And in the next class, I will begin Unit 5. Rồi, tóm gọn lại trong cái bài số 5 này thì mình đã học thêm được một số từ vựng để nói về chủ đề cuộc họp, cũng như là bắt đầu cuộc họp như thế nào, đúng không ạ? Mình có một số vị trí. Ngoài ra thì mình còn thảo luận xem là nên để hay không để những cái hành động gì xảy ra trong buổi họp, đúng không ạ? Cái phần mà disagree hay là agree đó, I think that is a very good exercise right here. Right. Miss Kim should try to practice expressing your explanation more, expressing your ideas more. Mình nên tập cái cách mà giải thích cái suy nghĩ trong đầu của mình đúng không? Và như vậy thì mình sẽ nâng cao cái trình tiếng Anh của mình hơn. Up until now, Miss Kim has only been using English to describe, not explain. You only use your English to describe, not explain, right? So they are different. They're kind of different fields. So make sure to practice more on the explaining side. Okay, right. So I have to go now. That I'm sorry, I cannot stay longer.
Very much. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.